most people get unduly attached to wealth and material things.
Okay.
And most Ghanaians, most Africans, we get unduly attached to material things and wealth. Nti no, wakɔgye ne dan nkurɔfoɔ ahu sɛ ne dan no nni hɔ bio. Nti n'anim agu ase. But wo dan nni hɔ bio anim agu ase. Me dan na metim 6-bedroom with swimming pool, gym, and everything. As soon as my issues came, I sold it. A better apartment. I'm okay with it. That didn't define me. Like I said, and people told me, so Kofi, I wouldn't know free. Like I said, hear me mediocre. But most Ghanaians look at their car and now on property. Say, and no name go for who say one year assume into what year? Why didn't you into a better town for life? That's what I've realized. But what do I know? Yana Babe Siawa. Na eji aka ya so won munya won wonya dey fa han ho kofo sika na ede ma ho na wo dey ye no nya hu nu di yenje
Somebody mad mind from afar, but don't know ankasa de onim. I'm so privileged say and machine na me ni bedin komo. Na brabo and ne story ye edisuade. I was not surprised me who say watcho enwoma efa ebi eho because life lessons no bebre na untimi nsua. Just say ofam nti so bi fam na okasa otwere ne de ama wa eya na eho ehia yi pa. We so jadi dada. Yene ne babedi enkomo yera Prince Kofi Amoabeng. Ono nso ye Kofi sa anti Kofi form you know me Captain. Ye mo akwaba.
ya ne Kofi
Na pombo ko de.
me da ro
In fact, o videos am share. Sometimes I ask myself, 72 years, is it really true?
papa Nyankopon shira nko I'm really well and blessed
Because
I'm also cry I shira me abroso
72.
yeah
A secret near then.
Well I think me started exercise very early in school. I was an athlete. Then I joined the army, so the discipline, the endurance is there. After the army, I always go to the gym. As of now, I still go to the gym about once a week. I play golf about 3 times a week. And golf entails walking. Every golf round is about 8 kilometers to walk. So you can imagine. So I've been fit, and I drink moderately. Now I even eat once a day mostly.
That could be how did they anapa na wi ananyo. Anajo no didi.
Say anajo anopa na eduano that's all.
That's all. I say obi a odware to. Odware anajo na just addiction ya no.
You know, so moderation. Menum sadie but not too much. Everything in moderation. That fe say obompa Nyankopon abebo ho ban. And that's what that's the secret.
Initially let me feel say soldier for your mo pane bi ai mama ho ye den. Ya tete sansem no. Ya te kra say president bia or te so bia na ye wona sa pane ni bi. Emma wa ho den. Yes soldier for pane bi.
You know, pane e wo e anti-tetanus. Because on the room never tetum na the but nya ho den really. Maybe there's something there's any bodan for cra. We hena the bema kakra because so hu sa e bia no a byproduct of nya keke
no you say omo nante mostly no omo nsha mpabo
na fe
na omo nsha boxer bia nti
na bo bom za na dem say hono kakra.
Very interesting. But in all soje mu no o year for how many years?
I was in the army for 7.5 years. 7.5 years.
Okay.
Nearby and I said I love the army completely. Now I'm married, but unfortunately, the time we joined Soja, there were the 2 coups, 79 coup and the 81 revolution. It's Soja in United Tracy, and I couldn't stand it because I'm someone who likes systems and institutions. And it pained me, said the army that I joined, I could be one year. I didn't pack me before I refused Soja. So I was in it for only 7.5 years. I would have spent my whole life.
Anti-coup nearby in a mile before
I left in 1982. Remember, 81 was the PNDC, whatever. I formed WDCs, Workers' Defense Committee, and 82 Miss Amnemasena. And yes, I went on the joint. So then I left.
But then I wait me at Namua, I'm an I said, now,
A military, not say the senior trustee, captain or flight lieutenant, as the Air Force guys would call it, with other ranks, and a head of the government and also therefore head of the military, Mentiase, and then you're Mentiase.
Okay.
You know, in other places, when even you organize a coup, you're successful, you take the rank of general. Then the status quo stays.
Okay.
But here is a situation where we had a flight lieutenant who is being saluted and who for generals, a salute, instruction, he was the commander-in-chief, but he was still a flight lieutenant. So that is not the military.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that we went through, and it was disastrous. You had other ranks that were more powerful than colonels and generals because they were in government. How do you run such a system?
Like I said, you find say obi on to soldier ranks and I say no. I say class 3 near or yes superior chain class 5.
Class 3 near or school prefect. What I say?
Okay.
Na afi just say san serving for near di na obufa won so say na say the SHS for near obufa so and so no class 3 sanity.
Okay. Okay. And no more, like you didn't like it at all.
I couldn't stand it
until
I left the army. And if you want to know what happened, I left the army with no alternate plan. And no one said my main into me in this soldier. So when I came out, my next door neighbor, no, your businessman, we didn't go up and down. So then by default I joined the army. But before that, now I had been to UK when I was in the army to qualify as an accountant.
Okay.
So I went back to UK trying to get a job to stay there. But I'm calling so many papers in here. And I'm calling madam for I know my classmates. So many of you told their mommy as a bookkeeper, even though as a qualified accountant. I didn't take it. But of course, so you be in a paper so in I'm saying okay, offer you man to make kwaba. But I knew I was going to go back. Because there's not Ghanaian graduates in Nigeria be brave. To call Nigeria. I drove to Nigeria. They called me to Nigeria.
Ghana.
From Ghana.
Okay.
They called my mates, graduates, what church idea. They were living a good life. But in the evening, you know, I said, na I got live soup, a goat head, any Guinness. They say, we na, yes, and the museum was, empty, may say, Mary Ponchitri, and no money Guinness. That is all. And probably you can get some money to send home. Now, so that's what life is about. So I came back. Then I also went to Liberia. It was successful. I came back. I asked myself a question. Say, why do I want to leave Ghana?
Because you know what's arguing and say only you or Ghana. So
yeah,
but what it wasn't like that mentality behind your side.
No, so it hit me. Say, I didn't person in Ghana by all means because God put you in this country because I had a plan for you to change the world and to impact the world. Did not do to her.
Yeah.
It is so fear I go outside. Uko better yourself a bad year, it's different. Then you come and you get greater impact.
Okay.
But ufia kokra, what have you kakra? Because so changing the plan for you. First, you do to go to me. Say, who feel to me? I be name of Ghana no me. I feel free her. That's young upon what had kakra, but on the whole day or any CSA by far into a paper plan for now.
Yeah.
So I'm catching myself. Listen, I think God put me here for a purpose. I will strive to make it here and give up ideas. I'm going to and to me, yes, serious doing business, going up and down. I was for 15 years. I was doing all types of businesses. You'll be surprised. My contractor paying, my supplier, general merchant, agency representation, my timber, my air conditioning business, my civil contract, my oil business, both downstream and midstream, my importer of wines, my importer of my beer, 15 years, maybe beer. Until I hit the path of unique trust. And it came out of infuriation, that me bufu ye. Because me ko pay sika there, simple business bank, you see, delay me for about 2 to 3 months. Now we compare 20 million OCD, so one approve 3 million. Now the one friend me say, oh, Kofi blah now they you be higher amount na application, we do say 3 million. I remember any require 20 million. Mo jime dan aka ho. Project mun say viable. 3 million and so adwuma no ase baby a. The business said me dia. But me ko di na me de kakeke. Because anything in adwuma. Once me any credit history there, it shame me to go down the whole thing and me say lending cry I to say bosom be I will find I can learn because I'm an accountant. I went to school for administration. Me a soldier, I know I'm disciplined. And I've done business for 15 years. I understand the Ghanaian businessman mentality. And I know their needs. And me loan there and any behind it loan. That's how come I started Unique Trust, go to take the lines and things like that. So that is how
but that time we are the four now.
No me here.
Now you are the four. Who will be kakra?
No,
15 years
no,
ago, man,
really.
wait to me agada kakra.
Oh, minyana shit. Sometimes I had good money and had invested in one property and so I was they made DD number one.
Okay.
But na me nisika bebre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it started, it started with now we hear about 100,000 or something like small money be to get a license. My car, my partner, office furniture and things they can put money, they qualify. It all came to something in the region about at most $20,000.
Okay.
Near Juman kakra, near Bobby San Kofor, so Kofor to Yanam, so you know the original can went to a bay kakra. And the karate says,
Nanka me bahokra.
And this kind of idea. Some about they do hold on their amount. Over what you are. In the view, Anna, Jumian Kazan, Beba, Abe Fru, get me. Because me no out, me this come out.
Now, Franco forget that.
Oh, my food, some more be get a so me na, me do hold on mouse can. One full boam, my from scammer, me fro cry won't fat. Na scan with my fat. No, this can man, me go cut danger. And to go for Tiasia, oh, yeah, me and Tiasia, that so be you guys, so Germany D. Now, go say, and they just come and that. Me no, me this come Amanda. Kofi, me, no, me think of what's going on. Me into me in that. Was me maunda. But through that, we got quite successful. And the reason why we got successful is say, nipa be a time here. In actual fact, it's even worse than that because time defines every human being. With time, son, is well. And in the moment we responded to the needs of people, and we were okay alone in 24 hours.
Yeah.
In 48 hours.
48 hours, yeah.
People came to experience it and they loved it, and we went to all our measures to make sure we were serving them and serving them right. So UT, Unique Trust, they changed the UT. You know the story. Within 11 years, we had grown to a state that we even bought a bank. And the Eco Stock Exchange, 11 years after we started with that 20,000, the market capital, and I said, your worth was $90 million. And through hard work, no libi, no laba. Through
libi laba na Ghana force a woman say, Ojijenko for property, or Nam Kurumu Abehu and Yaji car, beautiful. Bosian, your mother Bema, now you're major Japanese. That was the
time. Say, me must carry out. But I got two words. Do say, "I want to meet you, but you near and Kwasi Asemura." And you miss come the mo. Company car company no. Aje film crop for her. And the amount. Times and say went me to ya. The return would die and I said, "Aje property no aton de to ya." Once went to ya. Contract our own company sign. Media say making sure the contract no. You read this. And now I don't see why we just lower. We say na da medical di say ejinamu yaji. What else can there be? Now all the house is our document if you feel. And now the so meant to me and to ya made any. Yes, I say. Now I turn down. I'm a whole. I turn there as a company is coming tomorrow. It's very simple. Me who didn't go on to say. Satana over there. Also the car na ye more. Who transfer a car to company dim. Now on one sorry akwa kosin science and the money car. The car na team na ye company deal.
Okay.
Untu ya brai omba. Ye frewa umfi. Ye chimi frewa. Ni ehu ye car. Ye car ni eje. Ko udi ni car so. Uya ho say na over brambedis kasipo. Se bia say ni say it no. Nipa no just say
Oh, feel cry.
on the umfi ame de owe fi. Come wa daji go for ho don't.
Uje cars be say.
Oh, me kai. Oh ho.
Hey. Like say be 100.
Oh, 100 is sir. 100 is so. What about no transfer? Near a whole unit to cry what lance officer or coco who now was inside no one transfer car to UTD. When you're 2 years now, yeah, change it back to your name. When to ya near no channel. Say na car near ton. This is one other one. This anymore. Yapon. Cars will be about 1,000.
Wow.
Me is about 1,000. I don't know.
Now if he answer.
If he, I don't know, maybe about maybe 200. Say I check. Maybe if you pay 200. Even so, I be court. Now the court system also and yet fast enough. So me and can me judge and can meet me the debt collection case. Meet me the best say 21 days.
Mako 20 a day.
Kofi. Me friend now say o dan no ye jina. Uji loan say aye. Una assign aye. It is come aye. O dan no adbuy no enuni say aye. Ana untu ya loan no cotton dan na tua opa. Cause can no pay o dan no pay. See as we dey we. Yeah. Mon cotton dan mon tua company ka. A bit me cost for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Debt collection. Ning na account economy no aye basa. Cause I don't know
what can I say civil
me who me nye lawyer but some there by my common sense approach. Nipa no so wajiska. Nipa signature ho. Nipa no dan or genuine. Everything is okay. Company pay scan the ejuma no. At court by 5 years. So company no go.
And when you say bi mo so nim say court process na check. Nti obehye da abeji when ya say fan court.
Pepe. Onu kwat me do court first. And the court is inside court down the car. Na say o fan where they know. So that's part of the problem.
Amasi say bosia pay ayeden.
Papa. And me am to yin ko for Kofi na den na UT nti em fa he and am say Ghana for mpe ye gunu. We are on fa de a friend say malam so do no ko se ne che.
But ye dey ade bi ye when you anye ho from narration no. Wo say bosia na akwaje na nka wo pe 20. Ene e ma o 3. 3 ne dey na je say
Kodi no wani mu ase.
No wani mu ase. Enye ne bi na ade ma nkofo ketwa na wo mo ntimi antua.
Never. In fact, UT is known say o bakra na no di nkomo. Na ehu say one kasika ni nyina. Maka che so onye nipa obi aka no kra. Ada me ma ana say me nim say ehunu na ade na we sa. I want to know the full amount how we here. Okay. And then we monitor it as we go along. Not only that, there be on kwa obi abjilo or ye juma bi because unim SMEs and as a kind of businessman now. Or ye juma we but the juma we so aba. UT will give you money for this one. Untu ya na onye juma for will give you another money for that one. We did all my year business need be for 15 years. Think about it too. The minute me nye banker just say me fee graduate ma betra. Then be a businessman. Who betra say asan be can say Thomasum. Na me tia say that is how can we successful. I understood the businesses of the Ghanaian. Normal banks and business people they say disconnect. In the business man not buy I say then as I mean country bank from first Kadama bank for also share business say when one year for one cruise one way you do sika. So I say cat and mouse I said. But you have to establish trust between client and any or woman loan and get the whole truth. And there are a whole lot of ways you can get for people to relax and tell you the truth. People whatever catch you say be a jumano or you say, you know, we hear say no there you say I am a dear jumano man. Or no we are and I say I ain't a man, fuck how cost. So you need to know the business because you say we have fainting a Ghana business. Obi the man say be obeji, because for obeji up front. But put it all together, who say yes, sika we the mawa, ubenya mfaso, a ubetini etua eka, ama ebi account. That's how we treated it. You know?
Nti eba na say na etimi go here if this is how it is. But before I make no loans now the mine no. Apart from omo ayaje omo ntimi antwia, ayaje omo cars bebre ne omo dan no. Ebi wo ho a ekoye ma omo.
Ekoye say.
Omo G loans no timi de year the yes omo de year ebetua.
Bebre. That was in the huge majority. Okay. Apart from the fact that we were enemies kakra system because of me, I have a lot of people who respect me and love me for what I've done for them. Plenty. Incidentally, one even a G one down one can and young because they know what they went through and the negotiations and things like that. One way a 10 chain, and most people haven't even met me before. What is all coming once and more? Hey, yeah. Say, yeah, Kofi Amoabeng loan. If you are not no fan, no, send our bride a Joe car. Oh, who me down? And not no for contrast or yeah, no. Or Kofi Amoabeng once and more. Hey, and it's a fact. The majority, the huge majority of Kofi all coming one seminar, own share me that, and as on me listen, but he has never sat down with me. But what? And he say my family whole time. But then family home. My baby always say because the young people say conductor of a choir and now say orchestra. On her crowd no. On the orchestra no we say yeah the choir na you papa no ba. Enti nia Kofi kan abondin family. Me orchestra. I'm a huge say deliver. That's how the world is.
Like I said, cars na japade na mujije ye na enema nkofo ni bi like I say ebi mu that pain.
Absolutely, yeah.
A realistic pain enam kwan wode mo fa so anase atesem.
Meka say, you see, most people get unduly attached to wealth and material things.
Okay.
And most Ghanaians, most Africans, we get unduly attached to material things and wealth. Intino, wakojine da je gofo hu say ni dan ni hobio inti na ni mo guase but wo dan ni hobio ani mo guase me dan na metim 6-bedroom with swimming pool, gym and everything. As soon as my issues came, I sold it. My better apartment. I'm okay with it. That didn't define me. Like I said, and people told me, so Kofi, I wouldn't know free. Like I said, hear me inti mediobika. But most Ghanaians look at their car and now on property. Say, and no nemu go for who say one year assumasi. Into what year? I said, why didn't you munyam? Into a better town for life. Yeah. That's what I've realized. But what do one munya na babe si awowa? Na eji akaya so one munya. One munya dey for high home. Go for sika na e dey ma na wo dey munya hu no. Di enje. And that's how come I have a lot because we get unduly attached to properties and wealth. Yeah. So sabi share Ghana ni bia. Office why you now pay change was so going to come and what to tune to my only power call him. But that's our nature. Remember say the change no far. Eh what kuno.
The principles were solid. Loan ya the bema. You be interrogate issues no.
Yeah.
Na yamwa ya de ese wo ye. Na yenso ya de ese ye.
Yeah.
U follow it true. Then what happened?
Who this kind of man on one bia why look so one look and no for bia wu. Na only the kind nyina watu agu. Na so koye you this kind koye thinking so ye ni wi a or pese ka for aba betua. Or a room come and be or say ka bia me hu. Bro yen man nemu a assemble to me. It's okay. We have 25% of the value of the car not to her. They are quarter car and amount. There is a way dim. So the opposite trying to go for say, there is a way dim. The more attempts they so do to watch the biz about with you. The car number. What team ball life? What do you bring your way? I to market say in every first camera firm. Can't order. I imagine can. I have some tt. I not there. My dream boom for kitty
What say nkofo na boy yuti duama yuti bu.
David. They are born to me.
Say nkofo go for to that extent
Oh,
I be
one want this anu so.
Oh, okay.
No. One I hate you to sir. In fact, after you to cry initially na compose then. Now someone tell say no. Akwe young boy extra no. I did a good job. Upe. It's up to you. And as I said, one way benefit from you to know at number one way complain by far. And what do? If you say
Yeah.
Obe, you offend somebody. Not even offend. They may offend you. Yeah. Me di emraso. Emra me no in our sign of me this. May offend the obia ever. And just out to huna na me say my own tia, my car na me pet Debbie. And the obika say, what time ya? I saw no, I don't need me one for some go.
And didn't a true yuti a ma afede a chassis.
A huge story. And it might be brave. You see, UT.
Because there is a book on that.
There's a third book actually coming dealing with when we got into banking, the successes and achievements we got in the banking industry, what went wrong, and the situation in which we were, and then the government's action. There's a third book. I should have even launched it on my birthday. That's this month.
Okay.
But there were a bit of delays. And may not be any completion. My birthday, no man launch it. But eventually we will launch it sometime this year. But the point is, what the government based the decision on to close UT Bank was that UT Bank, we had a lot of loans that are toxic. So Bank of Ghana says those loans, we should write them off. They're writing off par, then you need capital. So when negotiating with Bank of Ghana said, okay, we should give them a proposal.
Like I said, the Amuji winning us, so Nanko for the Akamu and the Amoya Yamuntimi.
I'm go back a The first UT financial services system, and I'm not just about when we went into banking, a whole lot of things happened.
Okay.
First, we bought a bank which had a different culture from one of your bankers.
Okay.
And the bank was also having a lot of problems with ending on tone. Yes, and so the bank wasn't doing well, had a lot of issues. But there were some nice people there. Then we merged UT Financial Services and the bank we bought.
Okay.
And then we also needed top bankers. So we hired top bankers at high cost from almost all the banks.
Okay.
Stanchart, UBA, Access Bank, they came to sit on top of the departments because one are top bankers.
Yeah.
Some of them were even thieves. One were buying anything. So the long and short of it is that the culture near one was heavily diluted. So UT was no more the UT that we built.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Now, some of these people, now we don't have to give you money and come straight for our money. We have to do relationship banking because you want to lose some of the money in the bank and have a relationship, which wasn't our forte initially.
Yeah.
So the long and short of it is that relationship managers nearby, so no, I just can one first. But they say no call to make a client. Oh, that's how here the age man be many report a much photo. So we went away from the process and the way we did things.
Okay.
Plus all of us, and then we lost the culture too because Penfona Bano we do sir. Old people say, "Nah, Brian, with Maba, no, we did there in a BDB." So some of them even became corrupted, and. So the end of the source was that UT now be a good debt collector. No? UT now became a banker into Minyesika. We had problems with the oil sector. We had problems with some contractors that were not paid by the government. We had problems with projects that now extended in Discovery and Framework. So that affects liquidity and so on and so forth. So when the government came to power, I went to see the president to tell the president, say, we have these issues. And I was thinking, say, normal
President
President Kufuor. Okay. You see, I was thinking, say, as is normal in other jurisdictions, and for a company, a Ghanaian company built with such a track record, it became like iconic company. I had been acknowledged in so many fields and things like that. And he will bail the bank out. Bailing a bank out simply means they will give the bank a loan for it to pay over some time, so that we can write off bad debts and start afresh. And we're in negotiation with Bank of Ghana. As I keep saying, the negotiation we can go to me. Maybe the next Monday, about 12 negotiations at bank and years. Now, me resign from the bank as CEO. That's one thing Ghanaians don't remember. I left the bank in December 2015, and the bank was closed in August 2017, which is 20 months.
I don't know resigning.
You see, when we went to Bank of Ghana to put a restructure deal in place, refinancing the bank, trying to collect the loans, looking at the process and things like that. I say, I was 63 at the time. I say, embrace with this sister Kofi. The fact that I found that no chance metro because I'm in America. So I will step down. Now, new person with new eyes, new pair of hands, and may take over. Oba no be who be a nema. You find normal, so you're normal. So I volunteered. Even my board said I should stay with him. I can't stay when things are like this. I had resigned. So day-to-day affairs of UT Bank, then I'm handled. Until I had gone for a weekend, I wasn't even going to come back early on a Monday because the CEO or board or. And then I heard the news that the government had withdrawn the lines of UT Bank or asked GCB to assume the bank.
How was it?
Me. Yeah. Because I'm not attached to material and worldly things, I took it easy. No. The government has taken over the bank that we toiled to build. The government represents the people of Ghana. So the people have decided to say bank or home pay. That's the reasoning. What are you going to do? All I can do is to come back and say, then the negotiation. No negotiation, one can say, be a yempany. But even up to today, Bank of Ghana will be a Mohammed. So, what do you do? Before.
Okay.
We need a bailout from the government. Okay. Right?
Okay.
And also mean who
Finance.
Dr. Bawumia on the head of the economic team. That was his. Okay. No, Kajan, so UT, we know UT as our own company team. I want to see Bawumia. Even after they closed down the bank, I went to see Bawumia. I sent a letter and my Bank of Ghana man a copy. Nothing came out of it. And I'm a jai, and I'm a team baby. Nipa baby, one baby, and I'm okay with it. I had to reorganize myself because the bank was no more. It affected the other UT company. UT wasn't just the bank. Yeah. There was UT Properties, UT Logistics, UT Private Securities, UT Life. Now we have sold it. UT Nigeria, UT South Africa, we have closed that one. So UT had become international and everything. But as soon as they hit the bank, and the bank was the flagship, then it affected all the other brands. So it's okay. Nipa baby, I'm waiting, It's always say I'm a corner, as well, I call Kobogo of Kakra. I bet translate, I call Jim Kakra. Yanko Ponsway Shrami, I'm in good health. And then I've diverted my passion to passing on what my experiences are to the next generation. So as I said, I've written these 2 books. The first one is the UT story, volume 1, Humble Beginnings, how we started from one single room, no toilet, no curtains, to build a company slowly to where it became recognized. The second book here, Building a Winning Team, when we expanded UT into property, into logistics, into UT Life and whatever, and the bank and everything. Bank, they're living out. A second book. And then the third book, Bank of the Enoso. It's about the bank, which is going to come out sometime this year. And apart from that, you see, Samana Najwa, and yes, be a Maluzu baby, Mana Najwa, many people in the course, Ghana, Jenny, no margin. And then my cost for Ghana, no. I have margin.
Ghana as a country.
Ghana as a country. You know, we have only one problem. Ghana. It's about the leadership. It's about the leadership. If we get a leader who loves Ghana and has the right values and principles and is disciplined enough to make sure that it works, Ghana will change in no time. And I'm talking about the president. I won't mince words about it. There's a group of leaders, the president. Of course. Everything starts with the president. I tell you, take my own example. Yeah. The reason why UT grew and became what it was and everything was because of me.
Yeah.
No UT meeting started late. And if I have to sanction you, I will sanction you. I had an open door policy, which means everyone could walk into my office. This will be all. No, actually, but come back now. I had my telephone number in every reception. Say, if you are dissatisfied, call the CEO on this number. Only people didn't believe that was my number. It's always been a number I've used, and one of us use it. It's about service to the people. When God puts you in a high situation, it means you must, He's giving you an opportunity to serve His people. You have to be God-fearing. You have to have respect for everybody. You have to be a man of integrity and be disciplined about it. It's not about few people. It's not about one person. It's not about tribe. It's not about your clients. It's not about your village. It's about Ghana. And to papa susa e we dey ofi nana say omra and we dey pastor say and we dey ofi me krum and Sunday bumai. No one feel krum out here. And note what I've said. You have to be God-fearing. You have to have respect for all, which means let the systems and the process and the laws work.
Yeah.
For everybody the same. You have to be disciplined and you have to be a man of integrity. At least these four you should have. And that's what has eluded us. And then you're doing so crowd.
Carbohydrates, no. Now, so what can someone say? Would it be a casa? A pomade, a true green foods. If you're not pokusi enumere, ubetimi don't want to true green foods on kwaso. Say enyania, we hear se ubeti na a preventing enya webi et say hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, and all sorts of metabolic diseases, say stroke, cardiovascular diseases, cancer, and in so forth. And one need true green foods. A boost to US ago, per se way to so etikakra, and now we maintain no corner true green foods. Na ebe ye home na ye fair. Did we be a friend?
703 300 5039 and 703 670 3640.
True green foods. Apomezin kwara chum.
Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovery for Europe. I come a bush and for Ghana. No, me used to tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover ye map him. Tap send. Intienne, also download the tap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka come we bush and for Ghana for na. Tap send. Papa no.
Hello, love.
Gary, do you have Mommy's parcel for her big day?
The shipping company says it will take 1 month.
A month? Gary, use Rapid.
Rapid?
Rapid courier ships from the United States to Ghana and 9 other African countries within 3 to 5 days. Log on to rapidgroup.com, buy, ship to us, and we deliver right to your doorstep.
That fast?
Yes, that's Rapid for you. Can you sign this?
I thought you only ordered Mommy's parcel.
No, I ordered a few car parts too.
Are you too busy to shop? We will shop for you. Rapid also has a luggage delivery service, so you can make that extra luggage and we will deliver at the lowest rate. Locate Rapid Courier on the Spinters Road off the Lekma Road.
Rapid Courier. Just shop. We deliver. Enjoy.
Malata African market, and I'm Papa African market. Order for so blonze ha. Now pay African market, Papa Didra, Wakumato Yamudia. Malata African market, at Demusronko. Smoked fish, meat, dry fish, so pekenki, rice, yam, fufu flour in Yania would do free Africa. Afe, you want to my papa, boy rekente, Adamasi kente, Awenia woodro, and in Yoma Bebri, now Benyawo, Malata African market. Shushiachi quine, any number, I was screening so Malata African market Muking Kong. Malata African market, and I'm Papa African market, Malata African market.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your